Hello, everyone. Today's topic is alone but not lonely. Loneliness is an emotion or a feeling or a state of feeling, I should say, that many people increasingly are telling me, and you hear around also, that they feel lonely. And there is a big difference between being lonely and being alone. But in today's world, maybe that difference is not so clear. Lonely, feeling lonely is about not feeling connected, not having the feeling that you have like a soulmate, feeling that someone understands you and cares for you. So this lack of feeling connected, a lack of feeling a sense of depth and love and fulfillment in a relationship with someone else, that is what makes people feel lonely. Now, that type of feeling we can have also when we are not alone. In a crowd, maybe people can feel lost. But even within relationships, if relationships don't work, there can be a lack of connectedness, and people feel lonely even though there is someone around or there are many people around. And so this whole area of alone and lonely is quite a tricky area and useful to reflect a bit deeper on. But first of all, we need to get the spiritual basics right. Because when we want to connect, we need to first realize who is it that wants to connect. And I am connecting to someone else. Who is that someone else? To whom am I connecting? And here, very, very important, the understanding that that we are not these physical bodies and physical personality. Everything that is temporary is what I am actually not. The real self is this timeless spiritual being, the soul, a being of awareness, a being of consciousness, the one who uses the brain to create thoughts and feelings. But I am the soul. And to be in solitude can help me actually become more aware of the self as a soul, become more aware of the self as a being of consciousness. And being in solitude can actually help me perceive the presence of God, the presence of the Supreme, but can also help me to perceive the presence of others as spiritual beings, souls, my brothers. So in that sense, being alone, being in solitude physically can actually be very helpful for your spiritual growth, if it is by choice and if it is done with that specific aim. And it is very different from being lonely. Actually, it will give you a deeper feeling of connectedness, and especially also in your connection, your relationship, soul to Supreme Soul, soul to God. And that is actually very fulfilling. And then all those feelings that we long for, belonging, love, peace, deeper sense of joy and being loved, they come with those feelings. And that is the opposite of lonely. And so when we look at these words, alone and lonely, in the world, in ordinary consciousness, we think being alone means lonely often. That can be taught. Whilst if you approach it with from a spiritual practice, being alone physically can actually help you move into that spiritual consciousness and feel more connected than ever. And so let's take a few minutes of solitude. Maybe physically there is no solitude, but at least you withdraw your attention from the external. You withdraw your attention from everything going on around and be internally in solitude and begin to grasp the essence of who you are and the essence of everyone else also. So let's take a few moments. And for a few moments, just tell the mind that we accept everything and everyone as they are and as it is. No need to worry and think and complain. And just it is how it is. Everyone is how they are. Fine. But just come back to self, the inner being. Almost like that childlike nature of self. Allow it to come up. Innocent, pure, easily cheered, free. Living light. A being of truth. A being of peace. Immortal, imperishable soul. And the whole physical world and the game of human life, it is all extra. Also move into that awareness that all others are also souls. We are a family of invisible players, living lights. We are never truly alone because we are eternally connected as a family. We travel together, we go back to the soul world together, we belong to the Supreme Parent, God, and we play the game together. When we are aware and awake to this eternal truth, when we experience that connection with God, we will become ignorant of loneliness. So enjoy your journey of connectedness and explore the different aspects and the depth of this connectedness, soul to soul, soul to supreme soul. Have a good day.